Now, what's expected in Parliament today? The suspension of 12 MPs in the Rajya Sabha continues to be the big flashpoint between centre and the opposition. After being suspended from the Rajya Sabha over unruly behaviour, 12 opposition MPs will be staging a dharna outside Parliament today. Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge wrote a letter to the Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu on behalf of the suspended MPs and appealed to reconsider the order. Kharge in his letter called the move an unprecedented and excessive action, and he said that MPs should be given a chance to present their case. He also said that the suspension order must be revoked in the larger interest of Parliament. Earlier, Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu has rejected the demand to revoke suspension and said that there will be a rethink only if the suspended MPs apologise and express remorse. And so far, the MPs have made it very clear that they will not apologise, calling the suspension undemocratic and even a death of democracy. The opposition, barring Congress, have already threatened that they will boycott the entire winter session if the suspension order is not revoked.
कानून के तहत अपनी लड़ाई लड़ना, और हमने इसमें बताया है कि अपने लेटर में कि कानून के तहत ये जो सस्पेंशन हुआ ये ठीक नहीं है, ये माफीनामा नहीं होगा। हम उनसे विनती कर रहे हैं, जो हुआ वो हुआ है, वो भूल जाइए, सब मिलके देश के हित में, जनता के हित में काम करेंगे।
And opposition MPs there, you can see, are staging a protest at the Gandhi statue in Parliament premises just before the session resumes for the day. You can see that many of them have come together, slamming the government and demanding that the suspension order be revoked. Supriya Bharadwaj is joining us live this morning with the latest updates. Supriya, good morning. The protests have begun. There'll also be a dharna, we understand, by the suspended MPs. The opposition is attempting to pile pressure here, but this is clearly a stalemate that's not going to end anytime now. The opposition is refusing to budge. The chair is saying there must be an apology on record.
Last monsoon. Monsoon.
Supriya, we'll reconnect with you. We're having a bit of a problem with your audio there, but on your screens are the visuals that are coming in from right outside Parliament, where you see opposition MPs gathering, holding up posters that say "Save Democracy, Save India." You've got members from different parties who've gathered there. Mallikarjun Kharge is present there. The DMK is also present. So this is the opposition attempting to pile pressure on the government and saying that the suspension of these MPs, that order must be revoked. Now, we'll have to see how things really progress on that front, because several opposition parties, barring the Congress, have threatened that if this order is not revoked, they will go ahead and boycott the rest of the winter session. The Congress is not for such a move because they're saying that that will give a free pass to the government to go ahead with their legislations. So that's not the step. That's not a step that the Congress is keen on. There have been attempts to kind of end the stalemate. There have been meetings with the Lok Sabha Speaker. There have been meetings with the Rajya Sabha Chair as well. But so far, none of that has led to any sort of decision. Where things stand is that the opposition is saying there's no question of any sort of apology. They want the order to be revoked. But the Rajya Sabha Chair has made it very clear that the only way there will be any sort of deliberation, or for that matter, a revocation of the suspension order, is if the MPs who've been suspended there go ahead and apologize for their behavior and express regret, something that hasn't happened so far. All of the suspended MPs have said that they're going to be staging a dharna starting today outside Parliament premises to register their protest also. Let's cut across now to Shiv Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi's reaction. She's one of the suspended MPs.
कि शीतकालीन सत्र में जिस तरीके से सस्पेंड किया है एमपीज को इंक्लूडिंग मी, वो सस्पेंशन रिवोक करना चाहिए और इस तरीके के अनडेमोक्रेटिक प्रैक्टिसेस पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी के लिए हानिकारक हैं, उसको बंद करना चाहिए।
So Priyanka Chaturvedi there, one of the MPs who's been suspended, a part of the protest that you see on your screens there at the Gandhi statue. All of the suspended MPs are present along with representatives from the respective political parties who have come together to register their protest, demand action and demand that the suspension order be revoked. Supriya Bharadwaj is back with us on this broadcast. Supriya, take us through what really the opposition strategy here is. They're maintaining that there will be no apology, but the Rajya Sabha chair has also dug in his heels, saying that there's no question of revoking that order right now.
Akshata, last evening there was a letter which was once again written by leader of the opposition Mallikarjun Kharge listing these points as to why the suspension of these 12 MPs is wrong. He even mentioned that as far as if the continuity of House which is Rajya Sabha is concerned, then at that time he has mentioned that every time when the House is suspended, it is again recomes, it just once it is adjourned and then again it just resumes. So they are saying that it is one session is over and the next session is started. Right now, all the MPs from across party are protesting as far as the apology is concerned. The opposition is loud and clear. We spoke to a lot of suspended MPs also. They are saying that we are not going to apologize. Rahul Gandhi himself yesterday tweeted and said there is no question of apology because the MPs were raising the issues concerning the people in the upper house of the Rajya Sabha, of the parliament, that is Rajya Sabha. Today also we are hearing that after this protest which is taking place at the Gandhi statue, there is all opposition parties meet in the office of Mallikarjun Kharge inside the Parliament House, where they will be charting out the further on strategy. But one thing is clear, the daggers have been drawn. One side is the government, which is saying that apology has to be tendered. On the other side is opposition and the suspended MPs who are saying we will not tender the apology. We are also hearing that these suspended MPs, the 12 of them, are going to sit near Gandhi statue, are going to protest throughout the day. How the day pans out, we have to see. There's this important discussion which is listed for Lok Sabha on the issue of COVID, as well as the new variant of the COVID, which is concerned short duration. We are hearing that discussion will take place in Lok Sabha. As far as Rajya Sabha is concerned, there are being notices given by various opposition leaders who are saying that the issue of COVID as well as farmers, compensation for the farmers who have lost their life during the farmers' agitation has to be taken into consideration. There should be a short discussion on the same. So we are going to see stormy scenes, at least in the upper.
Right. So we'll see how really things pan out, whether there's a breakthrough. Supriya, for the moment, thank you for joining us.